Hey guys, we're on this job. The ceiling is leaking down below the tub. I didn't get no video of it yet, I will. But over here, Vinny's got the inspection panel opened up. And the overflow and the tub shoe doesn't look the greatest. But with that being said, we don't see any water on the drywall down there. Yes, things aren't that healthy there, but I don't believe that's the source. So what we do is we start low with the plumbing. We first run the bathtub and see if anything leaks on the tub shoe. And then we fill the bathtub up with water. Second, if we don't get no sign of water there, then we run it up high to put pressure on the tub to see if it forces water through the tub shoe or anywhere else. Then if that don't work, then we release the water and we see if all that water plunges through and makes a leak on any of this overflow plumbing. And if that don't work, then we go up and test the overflow plate, then we test the tub spout. We just keep working our way up. We don't want to start at the top or just rush through it, because then we won't know where our water's coming from if we do see water. I'll give you an update. Okay, nothing dripping yet, but this is where it's dripping right here. Over the toilet, right there. Over here is the sink. But the bathtub is right here. Anyway, we're filling it up here. By putting all that water in there, it puts pressure on that top part of the shoe. And if it's leaking through there, then we'll know it by putting weight on it. Or when we flush it to empty it, that'll put pressure on the pipes and see if there's anything leaking there. She said it only leaks when she takes a bath, so it could be that overflow plate. But we're just going to take our time and work that. Now I have to say, looking at that crack in the ceiling, I was telling Vinny, that didn't look like a wet spot. It just looked like a drywall crack. It looks like maybe where the tape is. It could be the weight of the bathtub on the ceiling joists, or or you want to call these the floor joists, whatever you want. But to me, they're ceiling. If I'm downstairs looking up, they're ceiling joists. The weight of the tub could be causing those ceiling joists to move and put a crack in the drywall, because I'm going to get up there and I'm going to fill that drywall. And see, I'm going to put a moisture detector on it and see how much moisture is in it. If there's no moisture, then it's just a structural drywall crack. But I have to go through the 9 yards here, the whole 9 yards here, doing my test. So we'll do the drywall moisture test after, if we don't get any results. Okay, we're going to bring that water level up to the overflow and run it. Yes, we could splash water on the overflow, and yes, it'll show us if there's any leaks around the overflow gasket. But at the same time, I want to know if those pipes are leaking too. So I'm going to run it up anyway and then check the overflow system. And then, of course, I can splash water on the top of the overflow and the tub spout. We'll go from there after. Okay guys, we're up to the overflow. It's starting to go through. Then he's watching it on the other side. Then, once we know those pipes are not leaking, then we'll start splashing water on top of it, and then we'll go up with our test. You know, a lot of different people have their own ways of doing this, and this is just my way. I'm not saying it's the right way. It's the way I get it done. It takes me a little longer, but at my age, I got nothing but time as far as this goes. So. Okay, nothing leaking on the overflow, guys, but I'm going to splash the tub spout. Tub spout first, Vinny. Anything on the tub spout? No. Okay, I'm going to do the mix-it handle. Because when you're taking a shower, guys, that water is splashing and going down the wall. I know I'm exaggerating it a little bit with this much water, but when you are taking a shower and you're splashing under it, it does bounce and hit this. Anything? Where? Okay, so it could be leaking through that trim kit. Oh, just a few. Probably not enough to do what she's saying. But we still can fix that. We can make that tighter than a frog's ass. That's watertight, guys. Anyway, probably what it is when they changed out the cartridge, they didn't put no plumber's putty around the cartridge sleeve. And now water gets in here or gets in there and goes in. But we're going to make that watertight. But he's saying it's not enough water to create what she's saying there is. So I'm going to pull this, guys, and I'm going to let the water out and let it rush and see how the pipes are doing. Okay, guys, this thing is leaking quite a bit. We had that thing on it over here to stop it, but now you can hear it draining good. Yeah, that's all the way. Go run, Vinny. Go see what we got. Okay, guys, Vinny found it. It's leaking. Show us where it's leaking. It's leaking right there.
Right there. In the video?
Would that be for me pushing the water over the...
Yeah.
The...
No. It's from draining. So, this pipe goes down.
Yeah, the overflow.
It goes in through the trap and then shoots this way. And is that conduit. You're just seeing it from a different angle.
It's that pipe.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So where's it going again? It's going down the overflow pipe into the
I can get a better picture of it.
Where is that pipe at?
Right over here.
Oh, for the trap?
Yeah.
Or before the trap?
It's going down this way, going down the trap,
and
shooting this way, and then going down to like a Y.
Oh.
So let's see. Let's go back to angle view.
I see it. Yeah, right there.
Screenshot.
So we'd have to do it from below, or... Hey, guys, I'm going to get my head in there since he found it. And figure out what we got to do. We'll go from there. Okay, guys. He's got this orientated better.
So,
the overflow pipe.
Down.
The overflow.
The overflow pipe is going down.
To the trap.
And then it's going that way, getting kicked that way.
Into the wall. Into a drain.
And then it's this pipe going into the shoe. So this side is basically like this over on this side. Mm-hmm. And then you have another pipe underneath, which you can see actually right there.
Okay.
Underneath there.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stick my head in there and get a better view and see what's going to have to be done. We probably won't do it today because she's already mentioned she's got somewhere to go. But at least I can give an estimate and go from there. All right, the spot where it's leaking upstairs is in this corner. We think it's leaking because you can see there's some bubbles right there. We think it's leaking and rolling down here and coming out here. So we're going to plan on cutting all this out and get in there. And there's two leaks, one at the manifold for the mix-it valve, and then, of course, in that Y, which is a little bit more complicated. All right, that's going to do it until we get the estimate approved.
That once you open this can of worms, it's not
there could be more in there, you know.
Finite what we're doing.
Right, but by getting rid of the overflow and the new shoe and going over and put a new trap and go to that Y and remove that Y and put a new Y and everything, that should clear everything up unless there's something like that pinhole you saw in the tub, that fiberglass. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's leaking at all.
Check that out too.
But we'll know, Vinny, we'll know when we open up the ceiling what's left. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we're just going to bundle this up. And until we get, write the estimate, we'll write it this afternoon. We'll send it to them. And they only have one other guy that is actually a licensed plumber. And the last job that they sent him in, he just tried sanding the joint and putting ABS glue around it. And if you watch, there's a video about maybe 9 months ago that I put out. You guys probably seen it. That's where Alicia pulled out that waistline for a toilet along with some other lines, and it went all over her. Anyway, with that being said, that's the plumber that did the last job. He just yeah, in the video it shows where he sanded it and put ABS glue, and it just didn't hold. It held for about 1.5 to 2 years, the management company said. But, you know, if they send him, that's probably what they're going to get. So I'll remind them of that as well. All right, guys. Well, say bye, Vinny. All right. Hey, guys. We just left that job. The way this works with these management companies, if it was a homeowner or something, I could probably just rip right into it, tell them the price and do it. But in this case, you know, it has to go through management because it's not a major leak, number one. It's not doing much damage, as you can see in the bathroom. She puts a bowl under it when she takes a bath. But with that being said, if it was a major leak and it was, you know, under pressure, then they would just have to do it. Maybe with a quick phone call with a roundabout estimate. It doesn't have to be right on the money. But in this case, because it's very minimal, but yet it's going to be more than $500, then they want an estimate, a list of things that we're going to do so they can present it to the owner. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put a new overflow kit, but we're going to use the one with the push button, not the one with the lever. So we'll put a new overflow plate, and then we'll come down and put a new shoe and shoe arm, and then we'll put a new trap. Then we'll head towards that Y, and we'll clean all that up as well. So that's basically what we're going to estimate for. I'm thinking it's going to be between about $500 and $700 by the time, you know, with labor and materials. I don't use a lot of the cheaper stuff. I like ABS. I like to glue it, unless for some reason I can't get to it, and I'm going to push on a compression and maybe use a Furnico. I don't know, but I don't use the kit that I use is like $40-something for the overflow package. So when you put the labor and all that, and I'm not going to estimate for the drywall. I'll give an estimate for the drywall after. I don't want to confuse the estimate and then have the owner think, well, I thought you were going to do this, I thought you were going to do that, even though I put it clearly what I'm going to do and what I'm not. Anyway, guys, thanks for riding along. Me and Vinny got one other job, but we're not going to be able to videotape that one due to the owners. I mean, just always there. Basically, the next job is a apartment owner that we work for at her apartments. But today we're going to her house, and so I'm just gonna get in, get out. There's not much to do. It's a faucet and a garbage disposal, and that's it. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, guys, let me shut this signal off. I was bestowing a little bit of my knowledge on Vinny, and I forgot to mention when we first checked it with the shower running, that Y did not leak at all. That's because the water coming out of the shower head or out of the bathtub rather and going down didn't have much pressure. It's just water coming out of the tub spout going down, and because those cracks are usually pretty tight together, you need a little pressure, but it didn't show itself until we filled the bathtub up with water, and then we pulled the drain and let it rip. That's when it started leaking at the Y, because it had a lot of that weight from the bathtub, the water pressure going down. And she did verify. She says, yeah, the only time it's been leaking is when I give my dog a bath. So she takes showers. But anyway, she said that, you know, it leaks when she gives her dog a bath. So sometimes, guys, when you're running that water, you know, either from the shower head or from the tub, sometimes you really need to find that leak. You need to fill that tub up and then let it rip and get some more pressure behind it before you call it, you know, no leak. All right, guys, talk to you later.